Hey, I'm Todd. Thanks for choosing to watch my video, and if you would subscribe it, like it, all that stuff, that'd be great. Otherwise, enjoy the video, and I hope it gives you the information you need and is helpful to you. Take care. 2015 GMC Sierra Denali, I believe. Diesel fuel filter replacement. So they've tucked it and made it a little more difficult to get to. Usually you could really see it well, but now it's tucked down there. I'd go ahead and take off, loosen that screw there, loosen this screw here, take this tube out, get some nice easy access, but not required. You can still kind of get to the plunger, and then the bleeder screws off to the side behind the AC cap there. Anyway, we'll take that off, 8mm or 5/16 or screwdriver, and take those off, and we'll bang that off. Then we'll go down below. You take the wheel well out, take you to the fuel filter right there. Got a bunch of Torx bits right there. We should be able to get this out. I don't think we need to take the tire off. My first time, but we'll see how it goes. Comes off real nice, Clark. We'll be using this to bleed, and then we have our bleeder screw over here, just a large flat blade screwdriver. Or I've never used a socket, 12 or 13. So after we replace the fuel filter, we'll be here bleeding. I'm jacking it up a little bit on some metal down here to give myself just a little more space, maybe. Using a T15 Torx bit to take the screws out. Not a lot to it. Take all the screws out, and we'll get the wheel well out. Don't know if you have mud flaps on yours. May need to turn the wheel left or right to get in there. And there's a screw hidden back here. Might be able to get it. Yep. Up here, up here. Couple down here. One in here. So just get around there and zip those babies out. Alright, so I'm also taking off this trim. There's a 7mm here, a couple Torx bits up here, and then down below there's a 13mm bolt. Right there, 4 screws. It should pretty much pop off. Got little friction fit pins. It'll make it a little easier. A lot of trucks have these moldings, and you can get that out of there without taking it off, but this seems a little bit easier for the 4 screws. We can just slide that other pin back on there and slide that back on the piece there. And the wheel well pretty much comes out here, which falls out. Pretty much falls out. We have access to our fuel filter. Push the pin and release this. Take that out. I'm gonna get a wrench on some, usually an oil filter wrench of some kind will get this out. Ooh. So that's what we'll do. There's a special tool for the separator down here. Just going to loosen it up for now, and then I'll get a wrench on here, oil filter wrench. We'll use the oil filter wrench to take it off, but we'll not use it to put it back on, because I'm using a claw type, which can scratch this up and damage it a little bit. I'm going to use this here. Ooh. I have a container underneath to catch whatever diesel I can. Should be all I need to loosen it up. There we go. We're going to let the diesel run out. That's what you're screwing and unscrewing onto up there. Got our new fuel filter and 2 O-rings. Pretty easy directions. Putting the fuel filter on is probably pretty much once this touches the metal, then you want to go another 1/4 turn. And a 1/2 turn for this. Once you screw it on, it gets kind of tight, touches the surface of the oil or fuel filter, then you turn it another 1/2 turn. Pretty tight. quarter, half. There you go. And really, if anything happens to leak, you probably just continue to tighten it. So probably put a little diesel, rub a little diesel in here, and maybe just a smidge in here. Lubricate some stuff. Certainly is a little tricky without being able to see. So that's touching, then we'll go another, quarter turn. Get these wires over here, we'll bring them over here. Alright, well that's pretty darn tight. Again, we'll just watch it, and if it leaks, then we'll see about tightening it up. So we'll just leave this exposed so we can do our bleeding. Bleeding and cleaning. Open it up 2 or 3 turns. Then we'll start pumping this. We'll see air and fuel shooting out of here eventually. Open that bleeder a few more times, but there we go. Give it a few pumps past that, and we can tighten it down. Give it a snug, and we'll clean it off with some brake clean we got here. And then we'll go ahead and start it up because we've got it bled, and then we'll check for leaks. Inside the truck. Also, when we're in here, you turn the key on. We can use this magic button here probably. Hood open information, that's great, but we can scroll down. We'll just dismiss that. Dismiss with the check button. And we can go, we'll go down, see what happens a few times, pushing the down button. There's oil life remaining, tire pressure, fuel filter life. We would want to push to the right. If we want to reset it, push to the right. There's reset. Press the check mark, and it's already reset. But it would go to 100 for you, and that's resetting your oil filter, or fuel filter, sorry, fuel filter life. All right, we'll start it up and check for leaks. Running is a good sign. Nothing's run down. Best we can check our bleeder screw when it looks to be not leaking. I know you can't really see it. Trust me, it's not leaking. We've got no leaks. We need to put this on so we don't send any codes with mass airflow sensor here. So put this on and tighten it up before starting it. And we'll just throw our wheel well back in. So we got our 4 screws for the trim, and we have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's replacing your fuel filter on your 2015 and other model years. If it looks like this, it's going to work for you. GMC, Chevrolet. GMC Sierra Diesel fuel filter, Duramax fuel filter replacement.